guys, in this video I am going to give you the astrology forecast for the month of August. There's a lot of energy going on this month and I'm going to fill you in on what you can expect to see in this upcoming month. Emma. If you're new here, welcome to my channel, and if not, welcome back. I'm so happy that you're here with me today. On my channel, I talk about astrology, spirituality, and personal development. So if you're into any of that kind of stuff, then make sure to hit the subscribe and bell button so you don't miss any of my videos. And if you're not already following me on Instagram and TikTok, make sure that you also go follow me there. So there's a lot of energy going on this month. We have a full moon in Aquarius. We have a new moon happening towards the end of the month in Leo. We have the Lionsgate portal opening. There's a lot of spiritual energy going on, but there's also a lot of tension because there's a lot of challenging aspects that are happening to the sun, the moon, and the inner planets happening from Saturn and Pluto and Uranus. So there's a lot of intense energy going on as well. So I'm going to get into all of that, but let's start with the full moon. So the full moon is happening on the 3rd of August, so it's coming up, and this full moon is in the sign of Aquarius. And full moons are thought of to be a time of release. So to release what is no longer serving you in your life. So reflect on if there's anything that you're holding on to that is not good for you anymore. Maybe you're holding on to certain things out of a fear of loss or insecurity, or you're just in a state where you have grown comfortable with your current reality, whether that's a relationship you're in, a job you're in, or anything that you have just been holding on to because you're used to it, but maybe it's not good for you anymore. The full moon is a great time to reflect on all of this and to work on releasing what isn't good for you anymore, or releasing limiting beliefs. So this full moon in Aquarius, when we're working with Aquarius energy, this is fixed air energy. So this energy is really about more of the rational mind rather than those heavy emotions. So fixed air energy, the energy of Aquarius, is really about taking more of a detached view of something, of a certain situation, and approaching it more through the rational mind, seeing the bigger picture. This is why Aquarius is associated with really having the greater good of humanity in mind, because Aquarius energy has this ability to look at the bigger picture and look at how we can help humanity as a whole. So when we're working with this energy in the full moon on the 3rd, it's going to be important to reflect on your life from more of a detached viewpoint, more of the rational mind, seeing the bigger picture, and also how you can use this time of reflection to think of how you can somehow work to impact the greater good of humanity. And when I say this, oftentimes people think of they have to do something grand and big or donate a lot of money to help the greater good of humanity, but it doesn't necessarily have to be something like that. Even you working on yourself and acting more from a place of love in your own life helps the greater good of humanity and the collective as a whole. So that's going to be huge during this full moon. Now, this full moon is opposing the sun in Leo. So the energy of Aquarius and Leo, this Leo-Aquarius opposition, it's going to be different. It's approaching things with the same goal, but from a different angle. So while Aquarius is this fixed air energy, Leo is fixed fire. So Leo is concerned about viewing a situation from the individual perspective. So approaching things more from the heart instead of the rational mind, and approaching situations with courage, passion, and confidence. So with this full moon energy, it's going to be about trying to have a balance of the head and the heart, the rational mind and feeling things out more, the intuition. So it's going to be about, like I said, how you can use your own creative passions or what you can do in your own life in order to somehow impact the greater good of humanity. So acting more through the heart, doing things out of love like a Leo would, and tapping more into your sense of self-worth and confidence and self-love is going to be a way to impact the collective. So that Aquarius energy. So we're really working with this full moon, having this healthy balance between both of these signs. And so just my advice is, before this full moon comes up on the 3rd, maybe make a list of things that are no longer serving you, things that you want to release from your life, and how you can start acting in your life in a way that is more alignment with your bigger goals and vision for your life, and how you really want the world to look. Because this is all going to make a difference. There's a lot of energy going on with this full moon. There's a lot of aspects being made, challenging aspects being made during this full moon that are going to impact everyone, I think, on a mass level that everyone will feel. Now, I say that this energy during the full moon can be intense and challenging for the collective as a whole because the planet Uranus will be in the sign of Taurus, therefore squaring both the sun in Leo and the full moon in Aquarius. Now, Uranus is this planet of sudden changes, fighting for independence, rebelling against what is not serving society as a whole, really thinking about the greater good of society and fighting for liberation and independence. So a square is a challenging aspect. So there's going to be some friction here from the planet Uranus to the full moon in Aquarius and the sun in Leo. So during the full moon, this energy is going to be intense. It's going to be felt. And since this energy of Uranus is affecting the sun and the moon, this could make people feel a strong urge to rebel against what is not serving the greater good of society in a positive way. So rebel against power structures, against the people in power. So we could see more protests coming up, more riots. We could see more fighting back and speaking up and fighting for independence and the greater good of society as a whole. And so there can be strong emotions coming up on a collective level. And then also we have the planet Jupiter forming a square to Mars, and Mars is in its own sign of Aries, and Mars is known as a planet that's the warrior, this aggressive, fighting for just this fighting planet, about fighting to get what we want. And having Mars be in its own sign of Aries, squaring Jupiter, and Jupiter being this planet about truth seeking and uncovering the deeper meaning behind things, is going to create this friction for people to fight with this Mars energy, fight for the truth and fight for the higher purpose of what is really going on, and our moral values and beliefs as a collective. Our what are the beliefs of people running our society and our government and the people in power, and seeking more answers from what's going on, and likely being aggressive about it, because Mars is an aggressive planet, and especially with that square, that's not an easy aspect. That's a challenging aspect. So that is another sort of energy that we're going to be seeing during the full moon, and then which will carry on after. So there's a lot of intense energy going on here. So likely a lot of emotions will be brought up, and people will not want to sit back and just just be silent about what's going on. There's going to be more energy that is brought up to the surface during this time. Another thing that I noticed that I found very interesting is that the full moon in Aquarius is going to be at 11 degrees Aquarius, and the sun in Leo will be at 11 degrees Leo. So therefore forming this 11-11 opposition, which 1111 is this spiritual number. It's an angel number. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of spiritual energy coming through on the 3rd of August through this full moon, where I think that there's going to be challenging energy, but I also feel that it's going to be a time where we can really work with this energy to our best benefit and to help the collective. And it's really a very spiritual time in numerology. So to work with this energy and to try to use it in a positive way, I think can be very powerful, which then leads me to the 8th of August, which is when the Lion's Gateway opens. So for those of you who don't know what the Lion's Gateway is, the Lion's Gateway happens every year around the time of the 8th of August, and it's when the sun in Leo syncs up with the brightest star in our galaxy, Sirius, which is known as our spiritual sun because Sirius is twice the size of our sun and 26 times brighter. So when Sirius is syncing up with the sun in Leo on the 8th of August, it's going to open this portal called the Lion's Gateway. And this is going to be a time of heightened spiritual awareness and connection to higher realms. And it's going to be a great time for manifestation because it's happening on the 8th of August. So in numerology, 8 is this number of infinity and manifestation. So it's going to be this intense time of deeper spiritual connections. It's going to be a great time for setting intentions, meditation, trying to connect with higher realms and gain deeper spiritual connections and awareness. So that will be an important date to be mindful of, so you can set up some sort of ritual through meditation or however you want to do it. It is going to be, there's no right way to approach that, whatever resonates with you and feels right to you, but it is going to be a very, very spiritual time where our spiritual connection will be heightened, and it will be a great time to set intentions and focus your attention on what you want for your life and what you want for the collective as a whole. Now, there is a lot of energy happening from the planet Venus this month. So Venus is the planet of love and beauty, and we see on the 3rd of August that Venus in Gemini is going to be conjunct the North Node in Gemini. Now, the North Node is our destiny, our path. So the North Node in Gemini right now is the path of the collective. So all of us as a whole, society as a whole. So Gemini, the North Node in Gemini, is really about fine-tuning how we can uncover information and think about the details of things and dig deeper into research and understanding how we can move forward as a collective. The North Node in Gemini opposes Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is about looking at the bigger picture of things. So it's more of this abstract idea and beliefs and religion, spirituality, thinking about things in a more abstract way, and our belief systems. So it's not based off of concrete research and knowledge like Gemini. So with this Gemini Sagittarius polarity here, Gemini is about really digging deeper into the research, the rational mind, figuring out how we can accomplish things as a collective through our curiosity and this mental energy. So when we have Venus in Gemini syncing up with the North Node in Gemini, this is going to allow us to add more of a feminine energy and connect more with the divine feminine that is within all of us in order to use this energy to our advantage to help the greater good of the collective. So acting more from a nurturing energy, a place of love and compassion. So when these two energies sync up together, this divine feminine energy that will be felt collectively syncing up with the North Node, our path as a collective, is going to allow us to use this energy from Venus to help the greater good of all of us. Now, on August 7th, Venus has been in Gemini for a while, and Venus is going to be moving into the sign of Cancer for a little bit. So Venus in Gemini, where Venus has been, it takes a more detached view on love, more of that carefree energy and approach to love and relationships, and approaching relationships more from the rational mind, from a more mental viewpoint. So when Venus moves into Cancer on the 7th, this is going to bring more of an emotional, sensitive, nurturing energy to Venus, to our love and relationships, how we love others, not only romantically, but just collectively. So this could help to bring more of a warmth to the collective for a little bit. Now on the 16th, though, Venus is going to be squaring the asteroid Chiron. Now, Chiron in astrology is known as the wounded healer. So this is going to bring up areas in our life that we need healing in, that we need to look at and work with. So with Venus, the planet of love and beauty, squaring, which is a harsh aspect, Chiron, then this could bring up issues in love that we need to work with, that we need to reflect on, and that we need to work on healing. So this could happen in your personal life. For it to get really personal for you, you'll have to look at the transits to your own natal chart. But on a collective level, to some degree, this will be felt that issues that maybe we have suppressed or haven't looked at or dealt with could come up that we need to work through and in order to really heal. We also will see a lot of energy happening from the planet Mercury this month. So Mercury is this planet of communication, this mental energy, the rational mind, our speech, and our style of learning. So on the 1st of August, which is today, Mercury is opposing the planet Pluto, which is this planet of digging up what has been buried, revealing secrets, uncovering the truth, and can be this planet of manipulation if in its shadow side. And then on the 3rd of August, Mercury will be opposing Saturn as well. So Saturn is this planet of restriction and limitations and maturity and facing reality. So when we see this opposition of both Pluto and Saturn in the beginning of the month, then this could affect our communication and bring more restriction and maybe even manipulation to the way that we communicate in order to uncover the truth, dig below the surface to reveal secrets that have been hidden, investigate more, use this mental energy of Mercury to investigate what has really been going on, investigate the truth to things that haven't been completely upfront and honest, things that have been buried. And with communication, this could cause some conflicts in communication because with that Saturn energy, it's going to cause some restrictions and it's going to create this difficult energy. And then Pluto can be this control and manipulation. So trying to control or manipulate people from your speech. This could be seen through people you're communicating with, or you could even do this on a subconscious level. But there is going to be, however this manifests, it will be some tension here with this. Also, at the beginning of the month, on the 4th of August, Mercury will be moving out of Cancer into Leo. So when Mercury was in Cancer, Cancer is a very emotional energy, very sensitive. So when you have Mercury in the sign of Cancer, it doesn't do as well because communication is based off of emotions, coming from a place of impulsive emotions and taking more of a sensitive approach to communication styles, and that can be difficult with Mercury working with this Cancer energy. Now, with Mercury moving into Leo, this is going to create more confident, direct, upfront speech. So the communication style is going to shift from this sensitive water sign into this confident, assertive fire sign of Leo. So more passion in the speech, more confidence, being more direct and upfront. So that is something that we will see coming up this month. However, on the 10th of August, we will see Mercury squaring Uranus. So this could lead to some confusion, sudden changes in communication, unpredictability, and just misunderstandings that could come up that could cause some tension with communication styles and communication in general. However, things will start to lighten up towards the end of the month, where Mercury in Leo will be forming a trine, so a harmonious aspect to Mars, Uranus, and Jupiter in Aries. So that will lighten the energy up a bit. And also Mercury will be forming a sextile to the North Node in Gemini. So again, our path, our destiny as a collective, where we're trying to head. So that Mercury, the way that we communicate, our communication styles, our speech, will be in alignment with our destiny as a collective. And then getting that help from Mars in Aries, how we assert ourselves, how we take action, will be in alignment with our speech, our communication, and our destiny. And then we get that help there from Uranus, sudden changes that could occur, since this is in a harmonious aspect, that can be useful for us, and Jupiter, luck and optimism, so that always will help as well. Now, on August 13th, we have an intense energy, and this is something that needs to be looked out for. We have the planet Mars, this warrior planet, this planet of aggression, squaring, which is a challenging aspect, to Pluto, this planet of manipulation, control, and digging below the surface to uncover what has been buried. So when we have Mars, this intense planet, and Pluto, this intense planet, squaring each other in an intense aspect, this is just an explosion waiting to happen. So on August 13th, this is one to look out for. This could cause battles of ego, just chaos and power struggles for control and dominance, and manipulation occurring in an aggressive way. So we could see this on a collective level. So however this manifests, this is going to be an intense energy here. And then on August 15th, we see the planet Uranus going retrograde for the rest of the year until January 2021. So Uranus, again, is this planet of sudden changes, independence, rebelling against societal norms, rebelling against what is not serving humanity for its best benefit. What is not working? What needs to be changed? What needs to be restructured? And fighting for independence and liberation, and embracing what makes you unique. So with Uranus going retrograde for the rest of the year, this will be a time to reflect on what is not serving you in your life. What are you doing, or what is happening in your life that is not allowing you, to be who you want to be? And this is going to be a time to embrace what makes you unique. What makes you different from everyone else in a way that you should really be honoring? And are you living your life in a way that you feel like you're only doing because society tells you this is what you need to do? Because if so, this is going to be a time to reflect on this. Reflect on, what do you want to do for yourself? What makes you feel independent and free? What feels good to you? And maybe what feels good to you is not what society says you should be doing. But this will be an important time to reflect on what you want for yourself and what you need to do to really achieve that, even if that means going against society in some some way. Now, on a collective level, this could really mean goes along with what we've been talking about, what's going on right now in our society. So more of this fighting for liberation, fighting for equality, the greater good of humanity, coming together in some way, even if this is an intense energy, and fighting back with more protests and riots, because that is very Uranus type of energy. Protesting and being fearless, going out there and fighting for a cause, and really with the concern of society as a whole. Speaking up for those who have not been heard. This is very Uranian energy. So we are going to see more of this come up the rest of the year for sure. And then to close out the month on the 18th of August, we have the new moon in the sign of Leo. So this is going to be a different energy compared to the full moon in the beginning of the month in Aquarius, because Leo is opposite to Aquarius. So this new moons typically are times of new beginnings, planting new seeds of desire, thinking about what you want upcoming in the next upcoming month. What do you want to create for yourself? What do you want to change in your life? What do you want to manifest for yourself in your life? And this energy of Leo is acting through the heart. Leo is ruled by the heart. So it's tapping into your inner creative energy and your passions, tapping into your confidence, and really acting in a way where you're thinking about yourself on an individual level. What makes you you? And being able to tap into the energy, what makes you feel passionate? What are your passions in life? And tapping into that energy, really reflecting on that and going after what you want for yourself. This is going to be a great opportunity for this. And it's really being able to put yourself first, because that is the energy of Leo. Leo is this energy of really being able to reflect on what makes you happy, what makes you feel good inside, and having the courage to go after that. So it'll be a good time during the new moon to reflect on this energy, to do some inner work, and then think about what you really want for yourself for the next upcoming month, and plant those seeds of desire during the full moon. Think of, write down things that you want for yourself. Again, you could have a ritual, whatever resonates with you, however you want to do that. That's different for everyone. But really thinking about maybe some creative ideas that you have, because Leo is also this sign of creativity, is going to be great, and great opportunities during this new moon in Leo. Okay guys, that is my astrology forecast for the month of August. There's a lot of energy going on this month. There is a lot of challenging energy, but also a lot of positive energy as well that we are able to work with. So leave comments down below. Let me know what you're going to be doing for the full moon on the 3rd and the new moon that is happening at the end of the month. I'd love to hear from you guys. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.